Om Shuklam Bharadharam Vishnum Sasivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavanam Dhyanayet Sarva Vighnopashantaye Agajana Padmarkam Gajanana Maharnisham Anekadam Tam Bhaktanam Ekadantam Upasmahe Jnananandamayam Devam Nirmalapatikaकृतिम् Adharam Sarva Vidyanam Upasmahe. చెప్పండి శుభ ఇప్పుడే దుర్గా సప్తశతి స్టార్ట్ అయింది. సేమ్ లింక్ ఇప్పుడు క్లాస్ లో ఉన్నాను. 7 o'clock చేస్తాను. హరి ఓం జ్ఞానానందమయం దేవం నిర్మలస్ఫటికాకృతిం ఆధారం సర్వవిద్యానాం హయగ్రీవం ఉపాస్మహే సర్వస్వరూపే సర్వేశే సర్వశక్తి సమన్వితే భయేభ్యః త్రాహినో దేవి దుర్గే దేవి నమోస్తుతే. Durga Devi Namostute. So in the journey of our studying the Durga Saptasati, which is a highly powerful, popular religious text on one hand, also an academic text which will give us a lot of information regarding the Shakti Swarupini Durga Parameswari in the words of the Markandeya Maharshi. And we have noted in the Dvitiya Charitam, in the 2nd chapter, the Senapati is killed in the war by the Shakti Sainyam and also Devi Durga Parameswari. And then when that Senapati also being killed, then the Mahishasura comes into that. That also we covered in the, and before Mahishasura, we have noted some more chieftains in the army of Mahishasura came forward to fight with Devi, and they are called, we have noted them Mahahanu, Trinetra, Trisulena, Jaghana, Parameswari. Then Bidala and Durmukha, Durdhara, and so on. All these chieftains have been
hello.
So these were the chieftains killed by Devi and Devi Sainyam. And in sloka number 21 of the third chapter, we come to know that evam sankshyamane tu swasainnye mahishasuraha mahishena swarupena trasayamasa tan ganan kamschit tunda praharena kuraksheptaihi tathaparan langula kaditaanschanyan sringabhyam cha vidaritan vegena kamschit aparan nadena भ्रमणेन च निश्वास पवनेन अन्यान् पादयामास bhutale. So in these three slokas we come to know that when Durga Parameswari and her army became really impossible, then Mahishasura himself comes to the war ground, and he doesn't come in a human form, but he comes in the animal, the bison or Mahisha, buffalo form, and he comes to threaten all the Devi Sainyam with his form, Sarupa, and with his roar, and also sometime he was able to hit them with his horns and or with his mouth, and sometime with his langula, namely the tail. So like that he went on almost moving about in the war ground with great speed. And in the 24th sloka, we see that the Asura wanted to kill the lion at first. Then Nipatya Paramathanikam Abhyadhavata Suraha Simham Hamtum Mahadevya Kopam Chakre Tathambika. So he wanted to, having given so much of trouble and terror to Devi and her Sainyam, then he wanted to kill the Simham. And when he came to kill the Simham and attack the Simham in the form of buffalo, then Ambika became very much angry. She was infuriated very much. And now we go with the sloka number 25 for our recitation and understanding, because our motto is Adhyayanam and also Parayanam. These two things will take place. Now we are at the 25th stanza of the third chapter, wherein almost Mahishasura will be count down. Ultimately, by giving, that is the subject matter, and that has been very carefully described. The Veda Varnana is a matter of great interest and great influence. Of entertainment, there were so many onlookers seeing how Devi and her army is fighting with the toughest demon, Mahishasura, and how he is being attacked and down ultimately. Now, 25th sloka, please repeat. Sopi kopat mahaviryaha.
Sopi kopan mahaviryaha. Sopi kopan mahaviryaha.
Kurakshunna mahitalaha.
Kurakshunna mahitalaha. Kurakshunna mahitalaha.
Sringabhyam parvatanucham.
Sringabhyam parvatanucham. Sringabhyam parvatanucham.
Chikshepa chananadacha.
Chikshepa chananadacha. Chikshepa chananadacha.
Vega brahmana vikshunna.
Vega brahmana vikshunna. Vega brahmana vikshunna.
Mahitasya vyasiryata.
Mahitasya vyasiryata. Mahitasya vyasiryata.
Langulena hataschabdhihi.
Langulena hataschabdihi. Langulena hataschabdihi.
Lavayamasa sarvataha.
प्लावयामास सर्वतः प्लावयामास सर्वतः
Dhuta Srunga Vibhinnascha
तुतशृङ्गविभिन्नश्च
Khandam Khandam Yayurghana
खण्डं खण्डं ययुर्घनाः खण्डं खण्डं ययुर्घनाः
Vasanilastaha
श्वासानिलास्ताः श्वासानिलास्ताः
Yataso Nipetuhu
सतसो निपेतुः सतसो निपेतुः
Nabhaso Charaha.
नभसो चलाः नभसो चलाः
So this is the mode of fighting by Mahishasura, which is completely unique. See, he became, that Mahavira, 25 sloka, he became immensely angry when looking at Devi also becoming very angry in the war, but he just, because he appeared in the form of the buffalo or bison, then he tried to pound the earth with his hoof and try to lift the mountain with his mountains around with his srungas, and he threw them upon the sainyam and produced a very terrible sound. See, Parvatanucham Chikshepa, he threw them, and not only he threw them, but Nanadacha, he made a terrible sound. So, looking at that kind of behavior of Mahishasura as in buffalo, original Mahisham, then what was the impact upon the earth? Even our Maharshi takes to note of the impact. After all, the earth is also unfortunate. Looking at the powerful Rakshasa like Mahishasura, what happened? The Mahitasya Vega Brahmana Vichunna Vyasiryata. Even the earth also became very much dull, decayed, because of his movement with such a speed. And not only that, he just tried to hit with his tail the ocean and see that all the mountains are brought into air and thrown upon those people. See, Dhruta Sangha Vibhinnascha, and moreover the clouds in the sky, they also got split and broken into so many things, and they also got very much disturbed, and along with the mountains. See, Nipetu Nabhasaha Chalaha. So from the height of the heavens or sky, the mountains fell upon the army. So the power of the mountains falling upon the army from the high heights is a matter of great danger and problem. That's why you see Nabhasaha Achalaha Shataha Sataha Nipetuhu. So achalas are the mountains. So as a buffalo, he was making use of the mountains, the water and the clouds and all that to see that the Devi's army is put out. Now we are just at the 28th stanza. Iti krodha samadhmatam.
इति क्रोधसमास्मातम् इति क्रोधसमास्मातम्
Apatantam mahasuram.
आपतन्तुं महासुरम्
Drishtva sa chandika kopam.
दृष्ट्वा सा चण्डिका कोपम्
Advadhaya tada karotu.
तत्त्वथाय तदा करोत् तत्त्वथाय तथा करोत्
सा क्षिप्त्वा तस्य वै पाशम्
सा क्षिप्त्वा तस्य वै पाशं सा क्षिप्त्वा तस्य पाशं
सम्बबन्ध महासुरम्
तं बबन्धा महासुरम्
तत्याज माहिषं रूपम्
तत्याज माहिषं रूपम्
सोऽपिबद्धो महामृधे
सो अपि बद्धो महामृधे
So now Kendra, she is the most powerful warrior and facing a powerful, impossible enemy who is Varamandita, who has got number of wounds, and now he is trying to cause a great commotion, problem in the Shakti Sainyam of Durga Parameswari. Therefore, she also became Krodha Samadvatam Mahasuram Apatantam Drishtva. Chandika Devi, looking at the Mahishasura, completely full with the anger, and he is just running to pounce upon Devi. At that kind of Mahasura she saw. Then she also, Kopam Chakara, she also became equally angry. As much angry as that Mahishasura became, so much angry, accordingly also she became very much angry. So in order to resist the animal, buffalo, look at the methodology and technology here. You want to see this is just a description for children. So animals can be controlled only with a rope. So that is the technique that she has adopted to see that the irritant, powerful enemy is being brought under control. So that's why you have to use extra measures to manage your problem and see that the opposition is being silenced. And there are Chaturupayas are there. Sama, Dana, Veda and Danda. So here, Sama, Dana and Veda, all these three upayas are nowhere available upon the Mahishasura. Therefore, she took a big rope, tasya pasham chitva. She threw a big, strong, powerful rope and made that Asura being tied up by that rope. That's why Babandha Mahasuram, because Mahasura was not stable. He was moving here, there, everywhere. And unless you arrest his movement, you cannot meddle him properly. Therefore, after all, animals are always tied to a post. Therefore, she tried to tie down that Mahasura with a big rope. Then, when the Mahishasura or Mahisha was thus tied like that, then that Mahishasura gave up his that form and he became a human form and got himself thus tied like that. That's why Sopibaddhaha Mahisham Rupam Tatsyaja. The second line of the sloka 29 is indicated that when Devi has employed the rope and bound him with that rope strongly, Then he gave up his Mahisha Rupam, but he remained, even though he gave up the Mahisha Rupam or buffalo form, he still remained being tied up with a terrible, powerful rope thrown by. That's what Marana Pasha, which Devi. Because unless, how can you control the animals? How can you derive benefit animals? Only by tying them to a post. So unless you tie them, the animals don't listen to you or you cannot deal them. That's why all animals are tied. And here, he is a Yuddha Yajna Pasu. Who is Mahisha? He is a Yuddha Yajna Pasu. And therefore, he has to be sacrificed for the benefit of the entire world, or otherwise for the Loka Kalyanam, it has to be done. You know, in Nepal, Kathmandu, Nepal where fly is Randima. You just take a flight. From Bangalore, there was a flight every Thursday, weekly 2 flights from Bangalore to Kathmandu. And in Kathmandu and around, you have got powerful Durga worship temples are there. And on Vijayadashmi, Durgashtami days, they offer a buffalo to the feet of Devi in order to grace, and they will distribute the flesh of the buffalo as prasadam to all people who gather for that. So that's what. And moreover, there is such an arrangement for all that. Even today, that Pasu Himsa, Pasu Vada sacrifice is permitted in Nepal, and there it is like that, because Durga Parameswari is a Shakti Peetham. But here, when the same way that animal was tied down and arrested with that rope. So, Tataha Tatyaja Mahisham Rupam, he became a human form. Then what is he doing? When he became like that, the role of the lion, the Vahanam of Devi also is important. Something like, you know, in Bhagavad Gita, the Parthasarathi is there, the chariot is there, the horses are there. Everything that goes to the war is contributing for the benefit of others also, and the war or anything like that. So here also you see that Rakshasa gave up his Mahisha Rupam. Then Tata Simho, please repeat, Tata Simho Abhavat Sadhyaha.
Tatasimho bhavat sadyah. Tatasimho bhavat sadyah.
Yavat tasyambikam tambika siraha.
Yavat tasyambikam siraha. Yavat tasyambikam siraha.
Yambika siraha.
Yavat tasyam Yavat
tasyambika siraha.
Yavat asyambika siraha.
Ambika siraha. Chinatti tavat purushaha.
Chinatti tavat purushaha. Chinatti tavat purushaha.
Khadgapani radusyata.
Khadgapani radusyata. Khadgapani radusyata.
Simha was about to finish that animal form, and then when that animal has been held by the lion, and Devi wanted to kill him by cutting off his head, beheading his head. So Ambika Siraha Yavatu Chinatti Tavatu Purusha Khadgapani Raptadrasyata. Then a man with Khadgan in the hand rushed towards Devi. And 31 sloka, please. Tata evasu purusham devi.
Tadevasu purusham devi tadevasu purusham devi
Chedasayakaihi.
devi sicheda sayakaihi devi
Chichedasayakaihi.
chicheda sayakaihi devi chicheda sayakaihi
Tam khadga sharmana sartham.
tam khatka sarmana sartham
Tataha sobhun mahagajaha.
ततः सो भूमहागजः ततः सो भूमहागजः.
So you observe their ethics, Rakshasa ethics. So as the Mahisha, he could not find as a man, but he wanted to acquire more powers like Indrajit. So what he just disappeared and made himself appear as the form of a Purusha. There was no much time lag for him to convert himself from the buffalo to a human being, Purusha. That's why also quickly Chayakaihi Devi Chicheda. When he came with Khadgapani to fight with Devi, quickly she covered, enveloped all the arrows. Sayakaha means the arrows, and with those arrows she cut down everything there. Now 31. Tata evasu purusham.
तथैवासु पुरुषम्
Devi chicheda sayakaihi.
देवी चिच्छेद सायकैः
Tam khadga charmana sartham.
तं खड्गचर्मणा सार्धं
Tam
तं खड्गचर्मणा सार्धं ततः सो भूमहागजः
Sobhun mahagajaha. Karena cha mahasimham.
करेण च महासिंहम्
Atas sobhun mahagajaha.
ततः सो भून्महागजः करेण
Swabhut mahan gajaha. Karena cha mahasimham.
करेण च महासिंहम्
Tam chakarsha jagarsha cha.
तं चकर्ष जगज्जषा तं चकर्ष जगज्ज तं सकर्ष
Karatastu karam devi.
कर्षतस्तुत्करं देवी
Khadgena nirakruntata.
खड्गेन निराकृतनता
So nirakruntata that is separated or killed. So in the 31st sloka, Asu Devi Chicheda Sayakaihi Tata Purusham. That Purusha form he came, she tried to employ a number of arrows that came very available to all, and with a great weak mind how to get over this situation. Then in that kind of worry, 31 second padam, tam khadga charmana sardham ataha sobhun mahagajaha. So he assumed another form as a mahagaja, and along with that Ardha Kriya, namely the Mahasimham is only one. All animals have got scope to spend more time to ruminate and all that. So here, how that animal was, the animal came for the sake of some personal work, and when that person was to go away, very careful, because all people are waiting for the same purpose for which she went. And therefore, like that, here also the Paramatma will call people individually at the respective time and talk about the Upadesha, which God he should worship, and he gets the solution from the Guru Narayana, Guru Kripa, and he keeps on doing that. And now we are having the 33rd sloka. I just read and give just because I already covered, but again you are going to get the full write up on this particular section of Mahishasura, destroying those people who are detrimental to the society. So, Shobhayamasa Trailokyam Sajaragaram. So, Sajaragaram is mobile. Objects have become very, very reliable. So, Asu Devi, but Devi did not keep quiet immediately because it's a sudden cropping up of the problem. So, Sayakaihi Devi Chichera. So, she employed arrows. See that the Rakshasa is being put in trouble and all that. That's why it's called Mahagaja. He became Mahagaja later on. And now, 32nd sloka, Karena cha Mahasimham.
Karena cha
Mahasimham.
Karena cha Mahasimham.
Tam Chakarsha Jagarsha cha.
Tam Chakarsha Jagarja cha. Tam Chakarsha Jagarja cha. Karsatastu karam Devi.
Karena Mahasimham. Next one is Karena cha Mahasimham.
Karena cha Mahasimham.
Tam Chakarsha Jagarsha cha.
Tam Chakarsha Jagarsha cha.
Karshatastu karam Devi.
Karshatastu karam Devi. Karshatastu karam Devi.
Khadgena nirakrintata.
Khadgena nirakrintata. Khadgena nirakrintata.
Tato mahasuro bhuyo.
Tato mahasuro bhuyo.
Mahisham vapurastitaha.
Mahisham vapurastitaha.
Tathaiva shobhayamasa.
Tathaiva kshobhayamasa.
Trilokyam sacharacharam sacharacharam.
Trilokyam sacharacharam.
Next sloka, Jaganmata Chandika.
Tata kruddha Jaganmata Chandika. Tata kruddha Jaganmata Chandika.
Panamuttamam.
Panamuttamam.
Apau punaschaiva.
Papau punashchaiva.
Jahasarunalochana.
Jahasarunalochana.
ननर्दचासुरः सोऽपि ननर्थ ननर्थचासुरः सोऽपि
ननर्थचासुरः सोऽपि
वरवीर्यमदोद्धतः
बलवीर्यमदोत्ततः
विषाणाभ्यां च चिक्षेप
विषाणाभ्यां च चिक्षेप चण्डिकां प्रति भूधरान्
So he this Chandika, looking at the way of commotion, problems, and long stay in the background, then all that was being done by the Chandika, who is fond of drinking wine. So Uttamam Panam Jaganmata Kruddha Chandika Papavu Punaha Punaschaiva. See, sip by sip, he was enjoying, but whereas the woman's heart are present, what is that here? See, Trailo Tava Kruddha Jaganmata Chandika Panamuttamam Papav Punah Punaschaiva Jahasa Arunalochana. So her eyes were also very tawny, reddish color, and she had worn the Chandika dress, and her performance is very well appreciated. So Tataha Kruddha Jaganmata Chandika Panamuttamam Papau Punah Punaschaiva Jahasaruna Lochana. See, Devi was a good drunkard to make her more active, energetic, and working. Therefore, when she became angry, she took the best champagne or the drink and then went on drinking again and again, and she laughed very much. And when she was laughing, her eyes turned completely Arunavarna, or that very Varna, because of her happiness on one hand, otherwise the circumstance that is impending for her to overcome that. Now please repeat. Papa punah punaschaiva.
Tato punaschaiva
Jahasarunalochana.
Jahasarunalochana
Nanardachasura sopi.
Nanardachasura sopi
Varaviryamadoddhataha.
Balavirya madoddhataः
Vishanabhyam Tachikshepa Chandikam.
विषाणाभ्यां च चिक्षेप चण्डिकां प्रतिभूधरान्
Prahitam stena churnayanti sirotka sachatan prahitam.
साचता प्रहितां
Stena churnayanti sarotkaraihi.
तेन चूर्यन्ति सरोत्करैः तेन चूर्णयन्ति सरोत्करैः
Prahitam stena churnayanti.
स्तेना चूर्णयन्ति सरोत्करैः
Sarotkaraihi uvachatam madodbhutam.
उवाच तां मधोद्धूतम् उवाच तां मधोद्धूतम् मुखरागाकुलाक्षरम्
So she tried to stop that Mahishasura trying to throw the mountains upon the army, and that was the kind of terror and work that Mahishasura turned out in fight with the Devi, Parvati Parameswari. And how did it throw the mountain pieces towards Devi? Vishanabhyam Chikshepa. What is Vishanam? The horns. Long horns, buffaloes. So, Mahishasura also had a long Vishanas, and with that Vishana, he started pushing off mountain towards Devi. Who is the mountain? Ram Sandikam Prati Ram. What did Devi do? Yeah, Sachatan Prahitam Stena.
साचतान् प्रहितां स्थेन चूर्णयन्ति सरोत्करैः
उवाच तं मधोद्धूतम् मधोद्धूतमुखरागाकुलाक्षरम् खरागाकुल अक्षरम्
मधोद्धूतम् उखरागाकुल अक्षरम्.
So now this Mahishasura, sometimes he is becoming a Mahisham Rupam, sometimes a human form. So he is a Kama Rupin. Therefore he is not holding only one. He will be available at all, and he will be changing also. So here also Amma Jagannmata Chandika Parameswari tried to manage the situation, and you see, when Mahishasura was throwing the mountain pieces over her, but she was defending by making the mountains become brittle, cut off, and there is no sea at all. That's why here, Tan Prahitan Tena Churnayanti. So there is a big fight between, that is with the Saras, that is being Churnayanti, making them puri, or that is the end. And now when the Mahishasura is appearing alone with a target to kill her, so the whole pathway will be, spiritual pathway will be either green or yellow. So now she says, please repeat, Devyuvacha. Garja garja kshanam
मूढा
Madhu yavat pibamyaham.
मधु यावत् पिबाम्यहम् यावत् यावत् पिबाम्यहम्.
So she said, Dev Yuvacha itself is a formula. It is itself a Ahuti mantra in a Veda. Performing Homa to Durga Parameswari hardly takes few minutes. But the effect and influence is really great. Therefore, she is called Narasimhi. Garja Garja Chanam Mudha Madhu Yavat Pidamyaham. You keep on roaring like that. Meanwhile, I will be able to drink my Amrutam for my happiness. And he asked one more sentence. Vaja tam madhodhuta mukharagankurakuram. So, then the Parameswari will try to speak to that who is having that akula face. And now she says, Garja Garja Chanam Mudha, oh fool, you just shout and shout for a while. Meanwhile, I will try to finish my cup of wine. Yavat pibamyaham. I am only in half-drunk status of the wine, so let me cover completely. So that was the intermission, very short, was the time given for the bhakta to change himself or otherwise. So the Devi says, Garja Garja Chanam Mudha, I want to complete my cup of madhu, and when once you are killed by me, Maya Tvayahate Atraiva Garishyanti Asudeva Gamishyanti Asudevataha. Supposing I finish you now here only, then all gods will get lot of freedom and they can go to their respective seasons. That's what is the promise given to him. Now we recite the 42 slokas.
39, uncle. 37 kuda Maya Tvai Hate Traiva.
37 over. Oh, 37 is only Devi Vacha. Only some
38.
So 38 we are reading. Maya Tvai Hate Atraiva Garjishyanti Asudevata. When I kill you on the spot now, then all gods will start quickly celebrate with happiness about your death.
Maya
Vacha.
Om Rushirvacha.
Eva Muktva Samutpatya.
Eva Muktva Samutpatya.
Sarudha Tam Mahasuram.
Sarudha Tam Mahasuram.
Padena Kramya Kanthecha.
Padena Kramya Kanthascha.
Kanthecha Sulena.
Sankhyecha Sulena. Kanthecha Sulena.
Ena Matadayitu.
Ena Mata Dayat.
Now look at the way how she kills Mahishasura. And this is a proverbial posture of Durga Parameswari. Mahishamardini Durga. So this is yoga. If at all to kill such a terrible Rakshasa, what is the posture or what is the yogic posture which Devi has to take a hold on? So what she has done, she, having said like that, she tried to catch the kantha of the animal, of him, and she hit the shulam. So with solam, with a spear, she tries to touch him very much deep. And when Tatastopi Padakrantaha, yes,
ततसोऽपि पदाक्रान्तस्तया
No, taya, taya,
ततसोऽपि क्रान्तस्तया उद्घाटः निजाम्
वीर्येण संवृत्ते पादेनाक्रम्य कण्ठेन शूलैनं मताडयतु ततः सोऽपि पदाक्रान्तस्तया निजमुखात् ततः अर्धनिष्क्रान्त एवासीत् देव्याः वीर्येण
समावृतः
अर्धनिष्क्रान्त एवासौ युज्यमानो महासुरः तया महाशिना देव्याः शिरच्छित्त्वा निपातितः ततो हाहाकृतं सर्वं दैत्यसैन्यं ननासदतो रहस्यं च परं जग्मुः तदा देवगणाः तुष्टुष्टां सुरा देवीं सह दिव्यैर्महर्षिभिः जगुः गन्धर्वपतयः Sandhutastaptaro ganaha. Not only human beings who celebrate, even the gods who live in the respective regions of the land are available in higher ups. They are also taken care. This is Sri Parkandeya Purane. Srimad Mahadevya, Mahasena Devya, then Ardhanishkranta Evaso Yujyamano Mahasura Taya Mahasina Devya Srachitva Nipatitaha. So she held him on one hand with the Trisulam. She tried to separate the head of Daitya Raja from the body. Then looking at the person died, all people became extremely happy, and not only they but also all Devata Ganas, and then finally Tushtustam Sura Devim Sahadivyair Mahashivih Jaguhu Gandharvapatayo Nandrutuschapsaro Ganaha. So what was the atmospheric influence when that great demon Mahishasura was killed by Devi ultimately? It is Srimad Parkandeya Purane. Wow. Sahadivyair Mahashiv Jaguhu Gandharvapataya Nandrutuschapsaro Ganaha. So the gods became immensely happy when Mahishasura is destroyed. And we will cover this last section, how Mahishasura was put down by Devi through her Trisula and through her Vahanam, and all that is described in the original text. We'll try to take a summary how that process took place in order to subdue the Mahishasura's pravesh and get him also the moksha. That's the object of Mahishasura Mardini episode in Markandeya Puranam as it occurs in 3rd chapter. So we stop here. Om Swasti.
Om Swasti. Om Swasti.
Sarvam Sri Matrucharanaravindarpanamastu.
Sarvam Sri Matrucharanaravindarpanamastu. Sarvam Sri Matrucharanaravindarpanamastu. Om Tat Sat. Om Tat Sat.
So this is over now.